guys, how are you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to my channel. My name is June and I'm bringing you a part 2 of steps to getting to nursing school. There's a part 1, so if you haven't watched that, watch that. And this is a part 2 to going to nursing school, and this is the steps to going to nursing school. So there is 4 different ways that you can get in there. The first one, there are nurses who are called licensed practice nurses. Those are nurses, but they do work under the RN. So that one is a short program. You do some prerequisites, and this different colleges, different prerequisites, depending on the college you're going or the community college you're going. The LPN goes to the community college where you're going. It depends on what prerequisites they require you to do. After you do the prerequisites, it only takes 12 months for most people, 12 to 18 months, but generally it's a 1-year program where you go to school and at the same time you do clinicals. And at the end of this, you take a licensing exam that is run by your state. After you pass the exam, then you're licensed to practice in your state. That's number 1. That's called the LPN, which is licensed practical nurse. Then the second one is associate's degree in nursing. This program, you have prerequisites prior to applying to the program, and the program generally is 2 years over, or a 4-semester program where you go to class and you still go to clinicals. Same thing they have with that too is after you finish clinicals, after you finish your classwork, and you have to pass the classwork for them to be able to help you register for the exam. Most passing rates for most nursing school is 77% and above. If you get 76, if you get 75, that's a fail. So 77% and above. You do the classwork, you finish all your clinicals. You have to be in good standing with all your clinical courses to be able to finish all those credit hours, and the credit hours depend from college to college. After you finish the credits, the clinicals, semester closes, you practice. They have different practicing examinations. Some people choose tutoring, and some people choose online. They have banks, question banks, where you go pay a certain amount and then you just do questions over and over and over again. When you feel you're ready with this, then you go ahead and apply for the exam. There's a fee to pay. You do pay for a fee. You apply for the exam, and then after you apply for the exam, they'll send you a letter with a date, and then on the day of the exam, you go in, preferably early because you don't want to be running into an exam late, and take the questions. The questions range anywhere from 75 to 250. There are people who say, oh, if your questions are more than 75, you failed. That's just hearsay. There are people who get 150 questions and pass, and there are people who get 75 questions and fail. So it just depends on how many questions you get. That is your ADN, Associate Degree in Nursing. Then you have the bachelor's degree. It's a bachelor's degree in nursing, which there are 3 ways to go by this. There's the traditional one where you start from scratch, and this is at a university. You start from scratch, do your prerequisites, do all your classes while you're in university, all your clinicals while you're in university. That's a traditional one, which is usually basically about 4 years. And at the end of it, same thing, finish, make sure you're in good standing with your clinicals, you're in good standing with your classwork, 77% and above pass mark for nursing classes. After you finish that, then you do apply for the exam, and then after you get a notification from the state board that you can sit for the exam, they'll send you a letter with the date, and you go in for the date. The second one, that's traditional. You have the RN to BSN, that is somebody like who is already an RN, who went through the associates program we talked about, the 2-year program. They went through that, and then they start working and think, you know what, I want to do my bachelor's, and then they go back to school to get a bachelor's, which doesn't take them long. It's usually anywhere from 12 months if you're taking a lot of credits to 24 months. So depending, if you want to take it slow, you can take 2 years after your ADN to get a bachelor's, but most people are able to do it within 12 months. So you already have an associate's degree, you're practicing as a registered nurse, but you want to go back and get your bachelor's of science in nursing. You go back 12 to 24 months, you're done. So if you're already an RN, this particular one doesn't have an exam. You're already practicing as an RN, so you graduate and you get your Bachelor of Science in Nursing and continue working. You're just working at a higher degree. With the Bachelor of Science, they have more theoretical practice than the associate's degree in nursing. So that's what sets apart the associate's degree with the bachelor's degree. That's the second one, your associate's nurse going into getting your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. The third one is accelerated BSN. Ooh, this one, brace yourself. This one is a little taxing. So this one, you have a prior bachelor, no matter what the field is in. And then you decide, you say, you know what, I'm going to do a BSN, but I want to do it in a short time. So this accelerated BSN, you have to have a prior bachelor's degree in whatever other program it is that you have. You have a prior bachelor's degree, and then you go in, degree that is not in nursing, then you go in and want to do nursing. It's accelerated because most people is anywhere from 12 months to 18 months to complete this program. Now with this program, it's almost impossible to work. It is very taxing. You go to school 5 days a week. You have clinic when the school stops their days of clinicals, and then within 12 months to 1 year, completely done. You have your accelerated bachelor's and you're transitioning from the other bachelor's that you had into nursing full-time. That one takes quite some energy. It needs you to have the oomph to be able to do it, because it's hard for that one for you to work really. You can't, you're compressing this stuff that most people, traditional BSN, do in 4 years, RN to BSN do in 24 months, and you're accelerating it into 1 year or 1 year, 6 months. Some programs take about 18 months, but most of them are generally 1 year. First, they're expensive. Second, it is the amount of work that's compressed into a short time. It's doable. People do it. You can do it. But if you're doing the accelerated, just know that you won't be working for 12 months. But after 12 months, hey, you got a job. So those are the main nursing programs that we have. Nurses can work in many places. You can work in a doctor's office, you can work in a public health office. Some people work in surgical centers, some people work in hospitals, some people work in long-term care facilities. There are very many places that people can work, so it gives you those different choices. And this is my part 2. If there's more information, you guys let me know. I'm wishing you a great week. Have a wonderful week and subscribe to my channel. See you later. Bye-bye.